Okay, welcome to today's tutorial. In this video, we're going to look at the classification of the subkingdom Protozoa, right? So the subkingdom Protozoa is classified into seven phyla. The seven phyla are the phylum Sarcomastigophora, Labyrinthomopha, Epicomplessa, Myzozoa, Microspora, Acetospora, and Ciliophora, right? We can use the acronym SLAM-MAC, right? To remember the seven phyla. S is for Sarcomastigophora, L is for Labyrinthomorpha, A is for Apicomplessa, M is for Myzozoa, the other M is for Microspora, A is for Acetospora, and C is for Ciliophora. So we can use this acronym to remember the seven phyla. SLAM-MAC. Phylum Sarcomastigophora, Labyrinthomorpha, Apicomplessa, Myzozoa, Microspora, Acetospora, and Ciliophora, right? So in this video, we're going to focus on the phylum Sarcomastigophora and Labyrinthomorpha, right? So the phylum Sarcomastigophora comprises of a group of protozoa that move by flagella or pseudopodia or both. So the phylum Sarcomastigophora, they are protozoa that move with the help of a flagella, of a pseudopodia, or both, right? They move with the help of a flagella, of a pseudopodia, or both locomotory organelles, right? The word sarco is derived from the Greek word which means flesh, right? So that's the pseudopodia. And the word masty is derived from the Greek word mastis, which means what? Whip-like. So phora means what? Bearing. So organisms that move with the help of a flagella or a pseudopodia or both are referred to as what? Sarcomastigophora. So this phylum Sarcomastigophora is further divided into three subphyla. We have Mastigophora, which are organisms that move, which are protozoa that moves with the help of a flagella. Because remember, I said that the word masty is derived from the Greek word which means mastis, and it means what? Whip-like. That's the flagella. We have sarcodina. The word sarco is which means the word what? Flesh, right? Flesh. So these organisms, they move with the help of what? A pseudopodia. Pseudopodia. And we have opalinata, which move with the help of cilia like what? Cilia-like flagella, right? So these are the three subphyla under the phylum Sarcomastigophora. We have Mastigophora, which are protozoa that move with the help of a flagella. We have Sarcodina, which are protozoa that moves with the help of a pseudopodia. And we have Opalinata, which are protozoa that moves with the help of cilia-like what? Flagella. So these are the three subphyla under the phylum Sarcomastigophora. So taking us further, we have three subphylum or three subphyla under the phylum Sarcomastigophora. We have the Mastigophora, and like I said, they move with the help of a flagella. We have the subphyla Sarcodina, they move with the help of a pseudopodia, right? And we have Opalinata, they move with the help of cilia-like flagella. So this is high yield. It's very important. It can come in an exam. So let's look at the first subphyla, which is the subphyla Mastigophora. So these are protozoa that move with the help of a flagella. I've already established that they move with the help of a flagella. And because of the fact that they move with the help of a flagella, they are referred to as what? Flagellates. They are referred to as flagellates. So this subphyla, or this subphylum rather, is further classified into two classes. We have Phytomastigophora, which are plant-like in nature, and Zoomastigophora, which are animal-like in nature, right? So the subphylum Mastigophora is divided into two classes. We have Phytomastigophora. You know, Mastigophora means what? Organisms that move with the help of a flagella, right? Phyto means plant. So when you put them together, these are plant-like protozoa that move with the help of a flagella. Then zoo means animal, Mastigophora means organisms that move, or protozoa that moves with the help of a flagella. So when you put these two together, Zoomastigophora, we're simply talking of animals that move with the help of what? A flagella. So a typical example is Leishmania. Leishmania is a typical example of a Zoomastigophora. So you can see the flagella here, right? They move with the help of a flagellum, a flagella. So this is a flagellum here, right? So let's look at the examples of the Phytomastigophora and the Zoomastigophora. So again, like I said, the subphylum Mastigophora is divided into two classes. We have Phytomastigophora, which are plant-like in nature, and the Zoomastigophora, which are animal-like flagellates, right? So examples of the plant-like Zoomastigophora, or the plant-like flagellates, they are Volvos, Chilomonas, Euglena, Serratium, Peranema, Noctiluca, Gonium, and Eudorina. All these are examples of what? Phytomastigophora. We can use the acronym NICE VCPEG to remember the examples. The N in the NICE is for Noctiluca, right? So this is for the NICE is for Noctiluca. The V is for Volvos, C is for Chilomonas, P is for Peranema, E is for Euglena or Eudorina, then G is for Gonium, right? So this acronym is high yield, very important. So these are the examples of the Phytomastigophora: Volvos, Chilomonas, Euglena, Serratium, Peranema, Noctiluca, Gonium, Eudorina. Then the animal-like flagellates, which are referred to as the Zoomastigophora. Examples are Trichomonas, Trichonympha, Trypanosome, and Leishmania. We can use the acronym LT raised to the power of 3. LT as in lecture theater raised to the power of 3, right? So L is for Leishmania, T, the first T is for Trypanosome, second T is for Trichonympha, third T is for what? Trichomonas. So these are the animal-like flagellates. These are the examples of animal-like flagellates, or the Zoomastigophora, right? Remember, the unique thing about these organisms is that they are protozoa and they move with the help of a flagella, right? So let's look at the class Phytomastigophora proper. So these are flagellates that bear chromoplast or chloroplast, right? They are flagellates, or they are mastigophoras, that bears what? Chromoplast or chloroplast, right? They have green pigments. Nutrition in this organism is autotrophic, right? It's autotrophic because of the fact that they have chloroplast, and because of that, they can be able to synthesize their own food, right? And they store food in the form of starch, very important, and high yield. So nutrition is autotrophic because it can carry out photosynthesis, because they have pigments and they store food in form of starch. They may have one or two flagella. So, like for example, Volvos has two flagella. Some of them have just one flagella. And their nucleus is vesicular. So this is very important. Nucleus is vesicular. So the question is, what is a vesicular nucleus? What is a vesicular nucleus? So this is an example of a vesicular nucleus, right? This is the nucleus, and this is the nucleolus. So you can see this is the nucleoplasm, right? So a vesicular nucleus is a nucleus that has scanty chromatin, making it clear and hollow under microscope. So you can see that the nucleoplasm is somehow clear, right? It's somehow clear compared to this compact nucleus. So this is a compact nucleus. This nucleus here is a compact nucleus. Why is it a compact nucleus? It is a compact nucleus because the chromatin, they are dense. They are densely packed together. And so when you view this nucleus under the microscope, you will see that it is darkly stained. If you view this vesicular nucleus under the microscope, you will see that it is clear or hollow, right? So this is an example of a vesicular nucleus. The chromatin materials are loosely packed together. Here in a compact nucleus, the chromatin materials are densely packed together. So what we're trying to say here is that the class Phytomastigophora, their nucleus is what? Vesicular. What that means is that the nucleus has slightly or loosely packed chromatin. And so when you view it under the microscope, it appears clear, unlike the compact nucleus, where the nuclear material are densely packed together. And so when you view it under the microscope, it appears darkly stained, right? So examples of the organisms under the class Phytomastigophora are Gonium, Eudorina, Tacodiscus, Volvus, Euglena, Paranema, Noctiluca, Chilomonas, Serratium. We've looked at them before. So let's look at the next class, which is Zoomastigophora. So the next class, Zoomastigophora, they are flagellates that are without chloroplast or chromoplast. In other words, these are animal-like, right? They are animal-like flagellates. They possess one or many flagella. So they may have one or many flagella. In Phytomastigophora, they may have one or two flagella, right? Here, they may have one or many flagella. And examples are Leishmania, Trypanosoma, Trichonympha, and Trichomonas, right? So this example of a Zoomastigophora, this is Trypanosoma, right? The organism that causes sleeping sickness. So having known that, let's look at the next subphylum, which is the subphylum Opalinata, right? So the subphylum Opalinata, why are they called Opalinata? They are opal in shape. They are oval in shape. You can see this, they are oval in shape. And they have numerous cilia-like structures around the body. Like I said before, they move with the help of what? Cilia-like what? Flagella. They are not true flagella, right? The flagella are cilia-like, and that is what you find in these organisms, distributed around this organism. So they have numerous means many, they have numerous cilia-like structures around the body that helps it in locomotion. They have no cytostome. Cytostome is simply an opening that helps this organism to ingest something. So they don't have a cytostome. So another unique feature about the subphylum Opalinata is that they have two or more monomorphic what? Nuclei. So this is very important. Monomorphic, mono means one, right? Morphic means form. So the nucleus or the nuclei that are found in this organism, Opalinata, they are the same in form and structure. So they have a monomorphic nuclei. They have two or more monomorphic. So these are the monomorphic nuclei. You can see them distributed around this organism. All these are monomorphic nuclei, right? They are of the same structure. They are the same in structure and in form, right? And they are many. So another unique feature is that all of the organisms here are parasitic, and they are basically parasitic on amphibians, right? So reproduction is by binary or multiple fission. So examples of organisms under the subphylum Opalinata are Opalina, Proto-Opalina, and Zellerella. So these are the three basic examples under the subphylum Opalinata. So far so good. We have looked at subphylum Opalinata, we have looked at the subphylum Mastigophora. Here we're going to look at the subphylum Sarcodina, right? So the subphylum Sarcodina, they move with the help of what? Of a pseudopodia, right? Remember the word sarco means flesh, right? So they move with the help of a pseudopodia. So these organisms, they move with the help of what? A pseudopodia. This is their locomotory structure or their locomotory organelle. Another unique feature of the subphylum Sarcodina is that their nutrition is holozoic or sporozoic. Holozoic means that they go out, capture their food, ingest it, and then digest it. After digestion, the digested food is absorbed, right? Then sporozoic means that they are parasitic, right? They may be parasitic. So these organisms, their nutrition is holozoic, maybe holozoic or sporozoic, depending on the genus or the species. So most members are free living, right? Most of the members are free living. That means most of the members are not parasitic. So the free living ones, they feed by the holozoic nutrition. They feed through holozoic nutrition. They are the most simplest protozoa. So this is very important and high yield. You can be asked in an exam, which is the most simplest protozoa? So if you see a Sarcodina there, pick a Sarcodina. They are the most simplest what? Protozoa. Then the last feature we're going to look at here is that their sexual reproduction is by binary or multiple fission. Sexual reproduction is by binary or multiple fission. So by binary fission, what does that mean? It means that, so if this is the cell, if this is a Sarcodina, and a typical example is amoeba. So if this is an amoeba will have a nucleus, right? So by binary fission, that means that this nucleus is going to divide into two. So this amoeba is going to divide, the nucleus is going to divide into two by a process known as karyogenesis, right? So this organism, the nucleus will divide into two through karyogenesis, and then cytogenesis will occur, which means that this membrane, this cell will divide into two. So when this happens, what you're going to have is that this cell will now divide into two. So what you're going to have is that you're going to have two amoeba daughter cells, right? So this is what you refer to as binary fission. First of all, the nucleus divides into two, and after division of the nucleus, the cytoplasm will divide again to give rise to what? Two organisms, two daughter organisms, or two daughter cells. In multiple fission, the nucleus is going to divide several times. So the nucleus is just going to divide and divide and divide and divide and divide, and after which the cytoplasm will now wrap around each of the nucleus, right? The cytoplasm will wrap around each of the nucleus, wrap around the nucleus, cytoplasm wrap around the nucleus, cytoplasm wrap. So all these are what? The daughter cells. This is what multiple fission is. Fission means to divide, right? So a sexual reproduction is by binary fission or multiple fission. Examples are amoeba, acella, entamoeba, actinophris, globerina, clatrulina, diplugia, elphidium, acanthometra. So all these are examples of the subphylum Sarcodina, right? They move with the help of a pseudopodia. So if you look here, you can see that the pseudopodia is what? Extending. The pseudopod is extending, which is the first feet. It is extending. That is how they move. As it extends, the organism moves alongside, right? So you can see the pseudopodia as it extends, the organism moves alongside. So far so good. We have looked at the phylum Sarcomastigophora, and under the phylum Sarcomastigophora, we have basically three subphyla. We have Mastigophora, which moves with the help of a flagella, Sarcodina, which moves with the help of the pseudopodia, and the Opalinata, which moves with the help of cilia-like flagella. And the subphylum Mastigophora, which are the flagellates, or which are the organisms or the protozoa that moves with the help of flagella, are further divided into two classes. And the two classes are Phytomastigophora, which are plant-like flagellates, and Zoomastigophora, which are animal-like flagellates. And we looked at the various examples that we could look at. So we have looked at the phylum Sarcomastigophora. The next phylum we're going to look at is Labyrinthomopha. So the Labyrinthomopha, they are spindle-shaped or spherical non-amoeboid vegetative body. They have spindle-shaped or spherical non-amoeboid vegetative body. They are mostly marine. They are saprozoic or parasitic on algae. So this is a typical example of a Labyrinthomopha. This is Labyrinthula, right? You can see that the organism is spindle shaped. A spindle means like this. Anything that is spindle shaped is like this. It tapers at both ends, right? So it is spherical and it has a non-amoeboid body. So they are mostly marine. What does that tell you? That they are found basically in saltwater environment, and they are parasitic or saprozoic on what? Algae. It's very important. So The typical example of the Labyrinthomopha is what Labyrinthula, and it is known to have killed some of the eelgrass on the Atlantic coast. Eelgrass. So you can be asked in an exam which of the following organism is known to kill some of the eelgrass on the Atlantic coast. It is what? Labyrinthula. So with this, we come to the end of today's lesson. In the next video, we'll look at the phylum Apicomplessa. Thank you very much for listening. See you in the next video.